Okay. Good morning and good evening to all. So we will go over our requirement since we have already configured this in our tenant. Okay. So we will see that what we have configured and then we'll do a testing to make sure that this workflow is working as defined. So hire is my main business process where I'm going to initiate. Then there is a proposed compensation right after hire. A proposed compensation should trigger. It should trigger to compensation partner. Since proposed compensation is another business process, so I've used this as sub business process. Then proposed compensation has review proposed compensation, which is going to manager. Means once compensation partner submits, gives all the information here, same will be reviewed by manager. Okay, once manager review proposed compensation, then the step should go for review hire. Review hire means whatever information I have updated means HRBP will update. It will be reviewed by manager. Review means I can edit and approve. Once I have reviewed, then I have added one more business process, which is change organization assignment. What we do in change organization assignment, we give company and cost center there. That is to be completed by HRBP. Okay, this will be done by HRBP, and this is my completion step. Means here it will be my candidate. Once I give this information and complete, then my candidate will become an employee. Okay. Then once my completion step is done, then I'm saying Workday will create an account, which is service, where automatic account creation will happen. Then I have assign pay group. Okay, my pay group will be assigned where I have used a country is equal to US, means assign pay group step should only trigger for the US employee. Then this should be done by payroll and approval. In approval, I can only approve. Okay, I cannot edit. It is only approval. Okay, once this is done, then I am added one more step called to do, where I have added that this should go to manager. And this to do I have delayed by 3 days. Means as of now, what is happening? If I complete this, task will trigger to this. If I complete this, then I say please wait for 3 days, and then this to do should be delivered. Okay. Then what we have done, we have added several requirements in our business process. So we will go and look out for that. BP : hire Manthan. Okay, and here I go. Hire for Manthan. I have proposed compensation, used step level override, means instead of proposed compensation, the name will be add compensation. Then we have configured our notification, a custom notification. Okay, where I said whenever my task get complete, all of these security group would be informed, and I have created my subject and body. Okay, so my subject and body will automatically be triggered when my step is completed to respective security group. Okay, now since I am testing and I have created this for Manthan, so one thing is very clear, that if I don't have these security group assigned on Manthan organization, my business process will not flow properly. Why? Because I'm clearly stating, hey, whenever I'm hiring for Manthan, the step should go to all of these security group, right? But when I say all of these security group, compensation partner, it will look out for compensation partner for Manthan INC. If I don't have compensation partner, my business process will not flow. It will stop. Okay. So I'll first check whether I have all the security assigned. If I go here, I don't have compensation partner, manager is not been assigned here. So before I test my business process, I have to make sure that I assigned all the security group for the smooth flow. Okay, so I go here. How do I change that? Edit supervisory organization.
Hello.
Yeah. One moment, please.
Okay. I thought my screen was stuck. All right.
No.
Sure.
One
Yeah.
second. One.
Sure.
One second. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Okay. I'm so sorry. So now what I have to do, I have to assign all the organization security group. Sorry, this is not the right place. Okay. So we need to assign all the security roles to the supervisory organization. So what we have to do, let's go to roles. Each organization will have this tab. Then I go to assign and I will assign all the roles. So we were using HR partner. Okay. And we will assign all this role to Logan McNeil. Okay. Logan McNeil. And I'll tell you how to identify. So Logan McNeil is HR partner. Let's assign all the roles. Compensation partner. Compensation partner to Logan. Then I'm using manager. Logan McNeil. Okay, what else we are using? Compensation done, manager done, HR partner done, payroll partner. Okay, now let's see where we can assign payroll partner. So I first go to security group to determine where all can I assign. See, it clearly states that this is a constrained payroll partner. Assignment will show under payroll partner, and it gives me that I can assign this payroll partner on pay groups. So even if I'm looking for, even if I'm looking for payroll partner here, let's suppose if I want to assign, because I'm using payroll partner, it will not give me, see, it is showing me payroll interface partner. I'm not interested in payroll interface partner. I am looking out for payroll partner. So where I can assign payroll partner, I can assign this role on pay group. Okay. So pay group is the place where I assign. So no problem. We will look out for pay group. Okay. All pay group. Let's see what we get in all pay group. Okay, let's look out for this semi-monthly pay group. I go to this pay group and each organization has a roles tab. And here I see payroll partner is assigned to Betty Louie, and let me assign to Logan McNeil also, so that when we go to our assignment, we can see that task. So I go here and I'll say, let's the payroll partner be assigned to Logan McNeil as well. We can assign one role to two positions. Okay, done. So I have assigned the payroll partner as well, and then we have manager also. So what we have done now? We have all the security groups which we have using here onto our supervisory organization. Okay, all the security group which I have used in my business process, I have assigned to my organization. Since I have assigned to my organization, that means even my subordinate will inherit that. So I don't have to go to each organization and do that part. You see here, Logan McNeil, HR partner, Logan McNeil, manager. So it is inheriting. So now I am in good shape to start the workflow. So now we all know that whenever we are hiring an employee, we need create position. Okay, we need a position in place and then only we can hire. So let's see if we have any position under Manthan. So go back to Manthan and let's see staffing. Yeah, and I have position
And then
in
one
place.
question,
Mhm.
why we have assigned the roles to Logan McNeil?
No, because I can proxy, because proxy, I won't be able to proxy here. So if I assign this role to any other group, let's suppose if I'm assigning this to Betty Louis or any other person, I won't be able to proxy that part. But that doesn't mean that I will not explain that why this is going to compensation partner. That is the only reason I'm assigning it to Logan McNeil. But when we test our business process, we will see the flow. What is our flow? The task should go to compensation partner. So I will get in the flow saying that this is gone to compensation partner. Under bracket, I'll get Logan McNeil. So here, whosoever will be I assigning, that is not going to impact. My concern on the process is security group. That can possibilities are there, right? We can have one person handling one, because when I load my data the first time, okay, then what we do, we have that information in the system. Okay, when we load information, so first time, let's suppose if I'm loading and I don't have any employee who can support these roles, so I have to complete this task by one person. Imagine first data load or first hiring.
Yes,
okay, so I'll explain that part. Yeah, so we have an open position here under staffing, and I can go ahead and start my hiring. This is for New York, so pay group should go. So I go here, hire an employee. Okay, I know that we have to create pre-hire. Okay, then this is for, let's say, Alice Chang. Now pre-hire we all know, so I will not take time to explain this. Okay. Okay, then let me hire this employee as of today. Okay, so this is my initiation. Where I am standing now, I am at initiation. Okay, this is what I am coming from. Okay, so since I'm at initiation, we all know this process. We will give this information and submit. Once I submit, what is my next step? The next step is propose compensation higher. It should go to propose compensation higher, and compensation partner should go to compensation partner. Okay, now see what task I'm getting. It's gone to Logan McNeil and add compensation. Why it is showing add compensation? Because I have override this label saying that instead of proposed compensation, you show add compensation. So this is validated. It gone to compensation partner. So I will not hit open directly here, because we know that, let's suppose if it's going to other person, it will go to inbox item. I go to inbox item, see the name, Alice, sorry, add compensation for Alice Chang. This is my event. We have also added a note saying that please check the compensation data with payroll, then add it to the process. Okay, that means even my help text is showing up. Okay, so I see here and I go to detail, because I wanted to see what is the detail in the process. So my details are here. I look out for it is in progress. What does the overall status means? Means that Alice Chang has not yet become an employee. To become an employee, Alice Chang, the task should be completed. If I go here to Manthan, okay, let's see what is happening onto the organization. I am hiring an employee here. First of all, there is no member. I haven't hired any employee. Let's see what we have under staffing. Under staffing, it says, see, Alice Chang is in progress. This business process is in progress. Once I complete this, then instead of getting in progress, I'll see a member in this. As of now, my process is in progress. Okay, first thing to notice. Go back to process. As per my definition, it should go to compensation partner. We don't know who is compensation partner, but whether this step gone to compensation partner, we can look out from here. It says now the item is pending proposed compensation higher, which is step add compensation. And see here I'm telling that though it is Logan McNeil, but I'm not concerned about Logan McNeil. I'm saying that task should go to compensation partner, and since compensation partner is Logan McNeil, I'm getting his name. So instead of Logan McNeil, if I can assign any name there, it will show that name and the compensation partner. So as of now, my step B is triggered accurately. Okay, triggered
Manthan,
accurately. Yeah.
I have a question. Like, suppose the compensation partner position is vacant. So, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. So compensation partner position is vacant right now. So there is, but how it will trigger to the supervisor, like his manager?
No, it will not trigger. It will not trigger because your compensation
Hierarchy.
Sorry, you're breaking for me.
Hierarchy creation cannot be happening like that. Like if suppose the compensation partner is not available, then the business process automatically triggers to the supervisor. Can we do like that?
No. See, we can do if it is not, but here I'm clearly stating that step B should trigger to compensation partner. Now, whatever we have configured, it will only trigger to that. That means if I am not configured this, then my process will break here. Because as per the flow, what I'm saying, step B should go to compensation partner. Do I have a compensation partner? If I don't have compensation partner assigned, it is vacant, means only position is there is no person, then my step B will break here and it will say that reassign. Reassign means I didn't find compensation partner, so I'm not moving ahead. We will get that part. So my business process will break here. We will do that part
Okay.
also. We'll do an activity that we will remove an assignment of compensation partner and then see what happens. Or you guys can take this as an assignment. Do not assign compensation partner and try to execute the process. Okay, so now here I get to know about that it goes to compensation partner and this is the task pending. In the process, I get the overall details. Okay, let's go back to inbox item. Okay, since this inbox goes to Logan McNeil, and I'll give the compensation here. So let's give compensation since we know this part as well. So I'll give a salary 1750000. Okay, let's give this salary and submit. Okay, you see, you got that. This goes to Logan McNeil, but again, I'll go to view detail rather than review. I go to view details. Again, I see that whether my task is moving accurately or not. What is the task in my item? That when I give proposed compensation, right after proposed compensation, see this, right after proposed compensation, the task should go to review proposed compensation, and this should be done by manager. Okay, let's see that. See, don't focus on name, focus on the group. It goes to Logan McNeil and role is manager. Role is manager. Review. What does a review mean? Review means you can give compensation and at the same time you can approve the transaction. So you can review means you have two options. Review and approve means you can edit and approve. So let's go back to the item. Okay, I see here review. Let me review in, see guys, in review what we have, we can edit and approve. Okay. So I see that there is a modification. I don't want this allowance, so I'll take this out. Since I have edit and approve. Or you see there is a send back option. Even I can send back. I can say, hey, please approve. Send back means I'm sending this back to compensation admin. I'll put my comment, hey, you have given an additional allowance. Can we please take off? Even I can do that part. Let's suppose you have to cancel. You have to deny the overall transaction. This is not happening. So I can do that part. Okay, so let's approve. Now it goes to, again, not review, view details. Let's see what is happening under processes. Still my overall status in progress. If it is in progress, I will not get the employees record here because my process is in progress. Now it gives me, now see guys, current process I'm looking out for proposed compensation. Why I'm getting proposed compensation? Because this is my sub process. If I wanted to see, I have to click on overall process. Now overall process will always give me main business process. What is my main business process? Hire. And under hire I'm using as a sub process. So let's click here on overall process. Now go back to processes and see, I have completed as hire. This is my main. Then I have used sub business process, proposed compensation. There were 2 steps. Yes, it has 2 steps and are been completed. Then again, I go to propose, hire, review is to be done by manager and Logan McNeil is the manager. Okay, so let's go back and review. Guys, review means I can edit and I can approve. So I'll simply approve. Okay, now I'm not going to give this information. Again, I'll go to details to see what is my status. It is still in progress. Why it is in progress? Because what I said, my process will complete when I give organization assignment. Who's going to give HR partner? Now we are aware that this is flowing correctly. I click on open.
Then I have one question. So at the manager's level, let's say in the real time, the manager is on leave for a week or 2 weeks maybe. And then how to handle this kind of situation?
Now, if manager is on leave, there is a delegation. We will talk about that part because currently we are looking at the vanilla version where we see that everyone is there, but we will complex the situation. Let's suppose if manager is on leave, how to handle such scenario, we'll come to that point. First of all, I have created a business process and I'm seeing that everyone is there. That is very rare occasion. It is not like that every time manager will be on leave. That is very rarest option. Even we will consider that part. But first, we will see what we have configured. In organization, we give company. Okay, we give company. I'll randomly give any company. We give, now guys, this company and cost center will default if I have added something here. See, there is option called organization assignment. If I would have added here default organization, you remember in organization topic, if I would have added any organization here, then during this, I should have like my company and cost center would have been automatically defaulted. In my organization, remember I said, when you assign organization, it should be defaulting. Since I don't have it now, but if I would have had there, both of these company and cost center would have been defaulted. Even I see region is mandatory. So let's give any random region. Okay, I'm giving randomly and let's try and submit. So in organization, what we give? In organization, we give organization information. Okay, now guys, I get this green tick mark. Why I'm getting this green tick mark? Because my assign organization was completion step. It doesn't mean that I'm going to skip all of these items. No, this item will be there. But since this is the completion step, I get this green tick mark. Okay, since I get the green tick mark, let me see the detail. Successfully completed. Let's go to process. I'm talking about hire. and let's see what happened.
Then we can, resend the business process right before the completion step. Right?
Yeah, we can do that as well. Now
But
let's
if
see what.
still pending, there are a few more steps. So we can resend after we complete, correct?
Resend means no. Once you have completed, you don't have any step to resend. You can step the resend when you have an item in your inbox. Let's suppose if I have to resend, but since I've already completed, my process is completed. What task you are going to resend? There is no task to resend.
Yeah, I'm just saying because we have still, pending few tasks after we complete.
Yeah. And the task is pending. We can move on with that. We'll see first what we have done. So change organization assignment, Logan McNeil is done. Create Workday account is automatically, since there is no security. Pay group is automatically assigned. I'll tell you this part, why this is automatically assigned. But right after pay group, what I've done as a to-do, this is delayed. When this is going to be delivered, this is going to be delivered on 8th of April. See, this time, when my system reaches this date and time, manager will get this. And you see the status also, delayed. It is not completed. Delayed means once this date and time will come, then system will send this to manager. Okay, so now see the changes. I have hired the employee. Let's refresh and we will have an employees record. There is a member in my organization. Okay, yes, I know. I'm not able to see Alice Chang because for me it is 6th, but for system there is no, we haven't reached 6. So I go to staffing and I'll get to know here. It's unavailable to fill, and it gives me this information because see, effective is 6. Since the server where I have located, it is not been reached to 6, so it is not showing up here. But we can still go ahead and look out for the information. I go and I say view organization as of, see, the date is 5 and I hired an employee on 6. So I say, please show me the organization as of 6th of April. And it says, if you're looking at 6th of April, you see an Alice Chang is an employee. Getting it?
Yes.
Okay. So workflow, yeah.
Nothing, Manthan.
Okay. Now let's suppose Alice Chang said, hey, I want to, let's suppose in real time scenario, she's saying that, please start my joining, or wrongly I have given her joining date 6th of April. I should change her hire date from 6th to 1st of April. Okay. So now if I'm changing her hire date, I am not looking out for overall process. I cannot cancel and hire her again. Since she's already been hired, all the approvals has already been done. And if you again rehire, all the supporting security group will get frustrated that how many times they have to hire them. Okay, that is an issue. So what we have to do, there is a process in Workday, we can correct the business process. Okay, correct the business process. Okay, now how I can correct? Means since I have already hired this employee, and this is a real-time scenario, right? You can prepone, you can postpone. Let's suppose I have hired an employee for 1st of June, but that employee says, okay, now I've been released early. Can I join early? Each organization says, yes, you can join. So if in that scenario also, what we have to do, we have to change the hire date. Now, when I say I have to change the hire date, that doesn't mean that I have to do the overall process again. There is an action called correct business process. But first of all, to do that, I have to locate the event. How I can locate the event? How I can locate the event? I can locate the event. There are 3 ways. First, I can go to my inbox, first item. All the items which I have completed is here. So I can go back to my archive And here I'll have the event. Event means Alice Chang, Alice Chang. Okay. So I go to Alice Chang's profile here. This is my event first way, and I go to event business process and I can say correct. Okay, since I'm correcting the business process, instead of 4th, I say let's start her from 1st of April. Since I'm giving the change in date, Workday will throw an error that hey, you have to add a comment. You need to give a comment here why you are doing things. So say okay, then I'll submit. Again, see here what I did. I didn't go for any approval. Since I have changed, again, I can have a notification created saying that hey, all of these employee or security group should be informed when I'm correcting. But now, if I go to my organization, where is Manthan? Okay, see now it is there, and if I look at her profile under summary, her hire date is 1st of April 2022. The first way is look out for inbox. What is the second way? Now go to employees profile. Under job, there is a segment called worker history. Where is worker history? Okay, worker history. Worker history will have all the business process details. Means for Alice Chang, we have used these all business process and it is having here. So here if I go, it will take me to the event. So second way. Third way,
And
just
Manthan, just hold on. You are saying that worker history has all the BPs. So what happened like if employee has a notification and that in inbox task, like can we see that in worker history also?
notification you cannot see. You business process will show you that where which all business process are being executed, and if I click on this business process, it will show me all the events, all the items which have been triggered. So you see, this is as good as my steps.
So
All
my
the
question
steps.
is this, can I see someone's profile inbox task or notification?
Yes, you can see that part. You can see that part, that if let's suppose if you wanted to see how many items are there, but you should have a business process administrator access. We can do that part. Now let's suppose
Where
again,
we can see
you
that?
guys are you guys are asking the question beforehand. I was about to discuss on these topic in our transaction, which is tomorrow, but you
Oh.
guys are way ahead than me. Okay, so wait, we have still not done with the process. We need to see the business notification also. We configured a notification saying that hey, whenever my employee is hired, okay, see, this is the notification which we have created. Hire, employee's name, hire process completed for Alice Chang. This was my subject and this was my body. We are pleased to inform you that there is a new addition to our family, name Alice Chang. Hire date is this. Please do not reply to this email. Okay. So even my notification has triggered to respective people. So if I say it go notification, this notification would have been triggered to HR partner, manager, compensation partner. So whatever we have configured, we see that all of them are going to get the information in place. Okay. So notification is done. So let me just go over it. First of all, guys, are we clear? We will talk about the issues also. If somebody is not there, if somebody is going on leave, all those things will come later. First thing first, I need to understand the flow. Okay, if I wanted to see somebody's an inbox item, we can do that part, but that is not the day in, day out task. This is day in, day out task for my transactional purpose. If I am an employee, if I am the HR partner, if I'm hiring an employee, I will see if this overall process is being flowed correctly or not, if that condition is moving correctly or not. Here it says condition is US. But what if I'm not hiring for US? I'm hiring for Indian employee. This task should not at all trigger. It should not trigger at all. Okay. So I will have to test that part. So we need to rigorously test. So testing is very important part of it. So we'll have to test in such a way that change the location instead of hiring an employee in US, start hiring an employee in India, and then see if it is flowing correctly or not. So we will do that part. We will do one more round of testing, and then we will see. And tomorrow we have a session where we are going to talk about delegations. If somebody is not on office, if somebody is not well, if somebody is there but not transitioning, how I can do that part. What if my business process is not flowing correctly, it is going for unassigned, how to handle them. Okay, let's try and do one issue. Purposely I'm doing an issue. So as mentioned, we will take off compensation partner. Okay, will not say take off compensation partner, we'll take HRBP for an example. Okay, I say that. Okay, now currently my supervisory organization doesn't have HRBP. Okay, that means whenever my task goes to HRBP, my system should stop there. Okay, so let's go back to our organization. Okay, I go to organization, I go to staffing, and I have 3 positions. Okay, let's hire for 1 position and see what happens. Note guys, I don't have HR partner assigned. So wherever HR partner task will go to HR partner, system will break. So let's have Chris Cabrera. I'll give contact information. Okay. Why I'm getting an error? Okay, this pre-hire is already exist. No problem. I'll put 1 here and submit. Okay, since this was higher, let me hire from first. No, let me use regular job profile. Now guys, I'm getting this because while creating position, I haven't given this information. I said no job restriction. During hire, I'll determine this. That is the reason all of these things are not getting defaulted. Okay, let me do this. And location is very important part. This time I'll use India location. Okay, just to see if my process is moving to that or not. Okay, so I have initiated, it goes to add compensation. Add compensation should be done by compensation partner. Looks good. Okay, I give all of this information. I'll add salary. Okay, submit. It should go to review. Now you see, it goes to unassigned. Why it went to unassigned? Let's see, my business process break. Go back to processes and see here. What was my task? Review to be done by HR partner. But Workday says, hey, you are saying it should go to HR partner, but I don't have HR partner assigned to the organization. Now my process breaks. See, earlier I used to get what is the task. Here I'm saying unassigned task. Here I don't have HR partner assigned. So what is the issue? Let's go back, try and understand. Go back to this business process and see what is the issue. Go to processes, look out for this. Why review is not going? Okay, review to be done by manager and it is not going to manager. Why did I takeoff manager. Let's see. I go to roles. Where is the manager? Yeah, see, there is no manager. Okay, my manager is blank. If I don't have manager assigned, obviously my system will break and say that, hey, you are clearly stating that step B should go to manager, but when you are hiring, you don't have manager assigned. Now let's suppose this is a real-time scenario. You have two options. You can cancel the process. Okay, you can cancel the process. Let me go back there. You can cancel the business process. Say that, hey, I get to know, I realize there is an issue, so I can cancel the process. Because I can cancel the process when it is in progress. So I cancel, but canceling will not solve my purpose, because I'm interested to see what if majority of people have approved my transaction, and for one person, why should I cancel? Can I manually assign that part? Yes, we can do that part. So I can canceling is a very simple task where I cancel and then I'll update my manager and then again rehire. But I don't want to do that part. I say that I still have to move on with this. So I go here. There is a task called reassign or unassigned reassign task. See, reassign task. This is the task which I'll be using, where I'm looking out for. If I wanted to see somebody's inbox, I'll say assign the task. I'll put the worker name here. I'll get the inbox item. My issue is not that. My issue is the task is unassigned. It is not assigned to anyone. Show me the task first. I can filter this with the date. Okay, rather 5th, or else I'll not get it. So I say, please show me all the unassigned tasks. There are 13 items, but I'm looking out for this. Proposed compensation didn't go to right person. So I'll say assign it to, sorry, Logan McNeil. I'll put a note. Reassigned. Okay. Now, since I've manually reassigned, that means now business process will again come in flow and I get the inbox item. See, now I get the inbox item. I review, approve, and again it goes to unassigned. Why it goes to unassigned? Even my HR partner is not there. See, review is there, it's done, but let's go back to main process. Sorry, this is my current process. Go to current process. I'm looking out for my hire. So I go to hire, and why it is unassigned? Go to process. Again, it broke because the review should be done by manager and I don't have manager assigned. So again, system is saying that you are saying, but no security is assigned. So if guys, now again, I do the same activity, reassign, but now I'm frustrated and I say, no, this is not right. If it is happening, so what I'll do, since my process is in progress, that means this employee has not become a member. Alice Chang, go back to staffing, and it is still in progress. Now it is not flowing as required, so I can very well cancel. Guys, we can cancel the process when your business process is in progress. Since it is in progress, now I say this is not flowing as required. I will cancel and give my comment and cancel the transaction. Okay, my event is cancelled. I get my position back. There is no in progress transaction and there is no member called Chris Cabrera 1. Now, if I wanted to see somebody's inbox, now guys, if I wanted to see means I should have an access. Let's say I wanted to see how many items are there for Steve Morgan. Again, the task is same. Reassign task. Okay, just type the name for whom you have to see. Let's say Steve Morgan. Okay, I say, please show me Steve Morgan's inbox item. So Steve Morgan has 8 items in the list. Okay, and out of this 8, I get to know 8 items are there. But if I wanted to do reassignment, let's suppose Steve Morgan says, hey, I am out or I'm the CEO. Can somebody take this? So I say, no problem. You assign this to Logan McNeil. So I can put Logan name here and I can reassign it to this. So this is where you are reassigning somebody's inbox item to other person. Okay, but this can be done by business process administrator. It is not like that anyone can do this. If you want to do this, you need to have a business process administrator. Then only you are allowed to do this reassignment task. It is not for anyone. Now, we will see what if I'm going on planned leave. I'm saying that, hey, I am going for 2 weeks of leave. That doesn't mean if somebody is going on 2 weeks of leave that he'll no longer be a manager or no longer be a compensation partner, right? Designation will not change. And if that is happening, you should not change the business process logic also. Then there is a concept of delegation where I say that, hey, for this date to this date, I am not going to be part of the organization. So I want somebody else to take over me. We can do that part. That is delegation. But we are not going to do it today. Just since you guys have asked the question, so I'm giving you the concept. But tomorrow, when we talk about transactions, we will go over the transactions and we will look into that part. But guys, now let me take a pause. And just because we have done so many things, let's process. And if you have any questions, I'll happy to take that part.
Manthan, the integrations and all we have to cover in this VPs, or it's a separate one?
No. Integration is technical part of Workday. We will cover HCM. Right after HCM, we'll move on to integration part of it. But for integration also, we need to know report, calculated field, then EIB and core connector will come. We will come to that point. We will cover. But now, this is functional. That is technical.
Okay.
So I have a question, man, and
yeah,
can you hear me? Yes, please. When you have the delegation, where is that captured? If I want to capture delegations in a report,
now let's cover delegation today. Okay, now let's suppose Steve Morgan is going on leave. Okay?
Hold on, but did you hear my question? For example, we have PeopleSoft and we have, I don't know whether it's customized or not, we have something called alternate approvers. Because, for example, the big chief cannot sign everything. So we have other people who sign off for him for like leave request or whatever.
Yeah.
So we have
that is delegation.
Right. Okay. So that delegation, when I'm doing a report, if I want to find out who are these alternate delegations, where is it captured into business object?
So there is a delegation history. If you're talking about report, who has done it, this is the report. Or if you wanted to see, then let's suppose we'll put a scenario in place. Now, Steve Morgan is, let's say, going for a leave, or Steve Morgan is not going for leave, but say that, hey, I'm not going to approve somebody's transaction. I want my junior or my assistant to complete the transaction on behalf of me. So there are 2 ways. If I'm going on leave, I can say that since I'm not in office, I want somebody to approve, or I have my assistant to take over it. Let my assistant approve. If you want that way, then locate the employee. Okay. Let's suppose Steve Morgan is a person. He is a chief executive officer and he has assistant who can control the inbox item for him. So I go to action and under business process, manage delegation setting. Okay. I go to delegation setting, request delegation. Now currently it says all the expense report for Steve Morgan should be done by Oliva. But let me use another part. I'm creating a new delegation. Click start the delegation. Okay, since it is 5th, and let me put any random date. I can give any date here. Delegate. Who can do this? Since I'm logged in as Logan, so I say Logan McNeil is a delegate. Okay. Start on my behalf. Start on my behalf means I'm talking about Steve Morgan. What all things I can say? Start on behalf means Logan McNeil can apply, convert to an employee, close, all these tasks Logan McNeil can do. Okay, on behalf of Steve Morgan. Then what all inbox item? What all inbox item which goes to Steve Morgan? Which all inbox item? If I say all the business process means any item which goes to Steve Morgan, Logan McNeil will delegate it. If I want to specify any process, I can do that part. Okay, so I'm creating a delegation saying that, hey, from this date to this date, Logan McNeil is a delegate where she can do this. And let me add a time off also so that we can see. It doesn't mean that Steve Morgan have to give ID and password to Steve Morgan. No, that is not the right approach. It doesn't mean that Steve Morgan should share his credential to Logan McNeil. No, I'm going with system. I'm clearly stating that from this date to this date, all of these items, Logan McNeil can initiate on behalf of Steve Morgan, and wherever she gets an inbox item, wherever Steve Morgan gets an inbox item, Logan McNeil can participate in that. Okay, since I have created a delegation, now if delegation process has an approval, it goes for an approval. Let's see whether it goes or not. No. So I get this green tick mark. I have a delegation. Now what I said, the delegatee is Logan McNeil. That means Logan McNeil have some item or the way she can log in into Steve Morgan's inbox, because it will not show me here as Logan McNeil, Steve Morgan. Okay, it will still show me welcome Logan McNeil. So how I can log in as Steve Morgan? Now I have been given an authority. So I go here to my profile. I scroll down and I see an option called switch account. I go to switch account. Logan McNeil can see Cameron Foods, Joy Banks. Okay, still my date is not reached 6. So I'm not able to switch account as Steve Morgan, or let's see. No, but when I reach to 6, I'll see Steve Morgan's name here. But here, this is the way where Logan McNeil can switch the account. I see a Joy Banks. Let's see what happens. So now I am as Joy Bank. So here I'm not giving ID and password of Steve Morgan or Joy Banks. Through Workday, I have been assigned a delegate of Joy Banks. So now
Manthan, I have a question, like, can we do these kind of things in production?
Yes, you can do. See, did I log in?
In production, I don't think so that we have a proxy access, so we can delegate the task in production.
Correct.
If someone is ready to.
Proxy? No, I didn't do proxy. I delegate, right? I didn't put a task called start proxy, stop proxy. No, I didn't do that. I just said that, hey, for Joy Banks, Logan McNeil is a delegatee, and I am as Joy Banks. I see all the inbox item as Joy Banks. I can do a transaction and I can see that part. Let me complete one transaction. I give any random thing and submit. Okay, it goes to Logan McNeil, no problem. So now I did one task as Joy Banks. Now again, I go back to my original profile. Switch account, Steve Morgan, I just now have done, right? So I say, no, let me go back as self. So what I have done, I have completed one item as Joy Banks, and now I am back to my original cell as a self. Again, there is an inbox item. Come on. Let's see if this is the item. This is 40 minutes. No. So as a Logan McNeil, okay, now since we see this Steve Morgan. So I'm not doing start proxy. Start proxy is only for non-production environment. In production, you don't see add proxy, start proxy. You will not see that information at all. So this is the way we can do delegation. Here I'm not saying that Steve Morgan is on leave. Steve Morgan has assigned some of his tasks to Logan McNeil so that Logan McNeil can do and go ahead for the processing. See, I said I can do all of these items. So I see it here. Inbox item, Steve Morgan has 8 inbox items where Logan McNeil can participate. Submit.
Manthan, the switch account, we can switch the accounts only if there is a delegation. If there is no delegation,
Yes.
that won't be.
No, if there is no delegation, you will not get switch account option. And this is switch account option. So whenever you are performing something, you see here, now see, I completed this activity, but it clearly stated Logan McNeil on behalf of Steve Morgan. Okay, see, Logan McNeil on behalf of Steve Morgan. So even in my transaction also will be able to see that this has been done by Logan McNeil on behalf of Steve Morgan. So I'm getting a clear information. Even in case Logan McNeil tried to do some cheat also, then also she'll be caught because in my transaction, I clearly see her name, her date and time, and all the transactional information. Getting it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I have a question, like in production, can we see someone's inbox or notification? Can we see someone's, is it possible?
You can see inbox item. Now Logan McNeil, sorry, Steve Morgan has 7 inbox item. Okay, so I have to see that part. So let me first switch account as Logan McNeil. Okay.
No,
Now I want
without delegation, what are the tasks we have to perform it? Like
that's what I'm showing you. That's what I'm showing you. The task is reassign task. Okay, that will give you how many items that person has. So reassign task. Okay. Now I wanted to see how many items Steve Morgan has. We know that he has 7 items, but still I use first option, reassign task for worker. I know for which worker I'm looking out for. Okay, Steve Morgan. Okay. Okay. So here are the lists. See, 7 items. It says Logan McNeil has 7 inbox items. Notification you can't see, but you can see the inbox item. There are 7 items. Task is same task. Is this answer your question?
no, it's delegate, like it's a Logan McLean who on the behalf of like
No. Even though if I stop the delegation also, I can use this task to see. This is not delegation. See, now I am okay. Let's use some other person. Okay.
Yes,
Give me a moment.
apart from that, Steve Morgan, some other person's inbox, like
Yeah.
Betty
Yes,
Liu and someone is there.
Okay, no problem. I'll use the same task. Now let's say there is Betty Louis. Okay. I wanted to see how many items Betty Louis has. Betty Louis doesn't have any inbox item. Okay, no problem. Let me look out for any other. Who else? David. Okay, let's suppose David Martinez. I go him and it says David Martinez has 1 inbox item in his inbox. See, 1 item.
Okay.
Likewise, you can use this task and put any employee's name there. You'll get to know. I see Kamar has raised his hand. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Kama, it's a female, it's a she. So my question is, which business object captures delegations if I want to report on it?
Okay, so now again, reporting we haven't started yet. So why you are triggering? Because reporting will talk Next
Okay,
week,
but I understand, but that's the issue I have at work
okay,
now.
no
People talk
problem. So you just,
alternate.
okay, just put BO. BO stands for business object, and type delegation. Workday will give you all the business object which has delegation in it. So this is a business object which you can use for reporting. Delegation is already there. If you are to look out for a business process where you have used delegation event, you can use this. And if you look out this, this will give you which all data source you can use for creating your report. So this business object report will give you that. See, this is my business object. Here are the data source. So it says
I'm sorry.
delegation history is data source.
I don't understand the business object and what
Wait,
is
wait,
this
wait.
relation business
This
objects.
is not part of HCM. We are yet to talk about reporting, but since she has asked it, so I'm
Okay.
just explaining her how she can get this part. So as of now, guys, we haven't talked about business object. This is something related to technical part of Workday. But since she has asked the question, I'm just explaining her.
Thank you. I appreciate.
Yeah. Any other question, guys? Now we'll stick with the concept which we have covered, or else what happens? Other students might get confused because we didn't know what is business object and all that stuff. Maybe anything which we have covered so far, guys. Do not ask me anything which I haven't covered, because tomorrow we are going to talk about transaction, where we will see how a promotion, demotion happens. If I'm terminating somebody, what things we have to do. So tomorrow is a transaction we are going to talk about. Okay. So
Like I have one question regarding with that also. Like if some employee is going to like resign it from their position, will it be possible that we can give the access to some other person of that the previous employee was carrying it in a production tenant?
yeah, you can do that. If you are terminating somebody and you are hiring somebody on that same position, and see, role-based security group is assigned to position. So if anybody will come to that position, they will automatically get it. So you don't have to manually assign. You're
So,
getting my point?
Manthan,
Yes, go ahead.
is that clear for her? Like, I have another question. So,
No, I haven't cleared yet, but let's like we'll continue with the transaction tomorrow
No,
with that.
transaction tomorrow, you'll automatically get what you're asking. That is what I said.
Okay.
If you're asking any forthcoming sessions, so let's park here, because I don't want to give answer on the fly. Tomorrow we have a dedicated session where we are going to see all of these items. Okay, then we will cover it. Okay, so we'll
Thank you.
park it for tomorrow. Yes.
yeah. So my question is like, for suppose like we were doing the business process for hire itself. So there is a person compensation partner. He resigned. So he's terminated, and there is an inbox item in his inbox item in his account stating that he has to propose the compensation, but he has not done, and he left the organization on that day. But we hired a different person, whether for the same position. So how the business transaction goes? Will the business transaction flow to that person, because we have already given?
Okay, question is very good, but again, this is for tomorrow's. But let me answer in a one line. So when you terminate somebody, okay, let's suppose if I'm getting terminated and I have 10 inbox items. Okay, so while terminating, there is one step: reassign all the items. So what happens during termination? I'll get one task saying that, hey, this employee has 10 inbox items. You first decide what you have to do. Then I can reassign that 10 item to anyone. So what happens while terminating or before terminating, I am getting that item saying that, hey, there are 10 inbox items. So then we can take an action that, hey, if he's leaving, so let's give it to his colleague or counterpart. Then I can reassign during termination, and then I can complete the termination. So what happens? This chaos will not come in picture, because while terminating itself, I am having a placeholder where I am managing a inbox item of that employee. Make sense?
Okay.
Theoretically clear?
Okay, so it is like before termination itself, we have to make clear of that whether the inbox item needs to be assigned to a
Yeah.
peer or like that. But
No,
that will
it
not
should be part
come
of-
goes to.
Not wait. Not before termination. While terminating an employee, I have to add one step saying that manage business process. So if I'm terminating and then step B will trigger to manage. So in termination also, it is not a standalone process. Standalone, then I might forget. So it is not a standalone process. It is part of my process. Let's suppose I'm initiating a termination for Steve Morgan. In the like termination is started. Second step says, hey, Steve Morgan has 7 items. HR partner, you tell me what you have to do. Then HR partner will determine whether this is to be assigned to which employee, and then that can be covered. So it is part of my process. It is not a standalone process.
Okay, so that reassign can be done to the person who is coming and occupying the same position as well, because it's a future term. Okay.
Yes, that employee should have that, means even if it is a future hire, but you should have his position, because we assign to position, not to employee, right?
Yes,
So
right.
if you have
Right.
that position in play, you give the position there, and let's suppose that person is starting on 1st of June. So from 1st of June, he can able to complete the transaction. You need a position button.
Yeah,
Even if
if
you have
it
not
is a
identified an
replacement
employee,
also.
yeah, replacement also, we will see that part. Replacement also, even if it is, let's suppose you haven't identified the employee, but you have a position in place, you can assign. That is the reason we don't give name, we give position there. And whenever that person or that position is filled, that person can go ahead and action on the inbox.
Okay.
Both the scenario will work. If I have identified, if I have not identified, I need a position.
Okay. Got it, Manthan. Yes. Thank you.
Tomorrow, very interesting topic. It is theory for me, but activity for you all. So tomorrow's session is very, very interesting. We will see all of these permutation and combination. What is job overlap? If I'm terminating somebody, can I hire? Can I vacate my position? While terminating, what all things to consider? If I want to give somebody a promotion, what we can do? So tomorrow is transaction, means now configuration wise, we have configured everything. We have configured security, we have configured business process, we have configured organization, everything. Now, tomorrow we are going to hand over our application to Manthan, to user, and let them go ahead and do the transaction. When they do a transaction, they will come across several issues. So we will cover all of them. Okay. So tomorrow we are handing over our overall HCM application to Manthan, and then we need to train Manthan that, hey, this is how you should do a transaction. So tomorrow is a transaction where transaction is theory for me, guys, but activities for everyone. Because we have already covered everything. Just a theory, a concept I'm going to clear. You do an activity and then come across any queries, then we will take over. Okay. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Then I think we are over time. So we can pause for now. Tomorrow we'll talk about transactions. Okay. Tomorrow would be our final day for HCM fundamentals, and Friday we will off. And again, next week we'll start with our technical part of Workday, which is reports, calculated field, EIB, core connectors, and overview of Studio. Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Manthan.
Thank you,
Okay.
Manthan.
Okay. Take care. Bye bye.